मैं फिल्म बनाता हूँ तो मैं देखता हूँ उस कैरेक्टर में और मुझ में क्या करीबी दिखाई देती है, चाहे औरत हो चाहे आदमी। मेरी कहानी और जिन चीज़ों में मैं बिलीव करता हूँ वो उस कैरेक्टर में क्या मिल सकता है, तो उस हिसाब से फिर फिल्म बनाता हूँ मैं कि वो कहानी मेरी कहानी है कि नहीं। इतना कहूँगा, और ये काफ़ी कंट्रोवर्शियल बात है कि एलिज़ाबेथ और इंदिरा गांधी की कहानी मैंने थोड़ी सी ऐसे देखी कि थोड़ी सी सिमिलर थी। थैंक यू। और yeah, there's no other questions? Are you expecting me to make a speech? Okay, I'm very glad to be here and thank you for sponsoring Elizabeth. And yeah, I hope you all like the movie. Beyond that, I mean, you have to ask me, you know, you all come here and you tell me what you know. Feels very frustrating. Delays are always bad, and film has short shelf life, and it actually only fills the coffers of pirates. You know, we hype a film up and then the censor board comes up, and then in any case people see it on pirated videos and DVDs and things like that, and it just fills their coffers up. So for us and for the distributors it's very frustrating. I mean, look, finally Elizabeth is coming here, but it's coming here 1.5 years after the release of the film in England or in America. And I was trying so hard that because I come from here, that it should come here soon. And it just didn't happen, I'm afraid.
Censorship on the whole issue was, of principles.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the film is again being passed with cuts.
Yes.
So, I mean, you could have agreed in the first place. Had ultimately the movie is being passed with cuts.
Yeah.
Had it been, had you agreed initially, it would have made great marketing sense. Probably the film was high.
Yeah, I agree, but the gentlemen on either my side make great marketing sense. I don't. I just make movies. But to answer your question, no, the cuts have reduced. And there was one very, very major cut, which is the scene of the heads chopped off, which actually totally interfered with the narrative value of the film. You would not understand the story if that cut had been implemented. So ultimately they agreed not to have that cut, but of course the word Queenie has been scratched out. You can still see, I think I haven't seen the print, but you'll see the little scratch. And when you see that scratch, just say to yourself, Queenie, okay? And I'm sorry, the other thing is just one scene that has been shortened. It's a lovemaking scene. So that's all that the cuts that exist. So people who've seen the movie and seen it earlier say it makes no difference. Narratively, it doesn't make any difference. It just, a director doesn't like anything cut. But to your other question, yeah, we do fight in principles, but I had already said then, and I'd already agreed with myself that I'll fight it tooth and nail up to the tribunal. And then, see, beyond the tribunal, anyway, the law here doesn't allow you to go to court against the tribunal's judgment. So that's the last case. And then you either say, my film's going to release or it's not going to release. And so that was the tribunal's judgment that the word Queenie should be scratched out. And the lovemaking scene should be reduced to flashes. So they don't believe in long, languorous lovemaking. And so lovemaking is a flash. Otherwise, that narratively the film is kept intact. Okay?
What about the commercial part of it? So do you think, the hype that it had generated 1.5 years ago,
Yes.
would that still be there in India after?
Of course not. Of course, film, as I said, is a short shelf life. You know, why do you think I'm here? Let's hype it up again.
That's the reason why you tied up with Electrolux.
You'll.
They could, market your.
Yeah, I think they're looking at it as they're interested in it. They perceive that there's something new that they don't understand. That's why they're afraid of it and they're a little excited by it. The hype is more than its existence, but no, it's an interesting move. It's an interesting thing that the understanding of Bollywood overseas is very interesting. And we're actually doing something. Andrew Lloyd Webber and I are producing a stage musical called Bombay Dreams. And what we're doing is, Andrew Lloyd Webber is not providing the music. I'm not directing it. He asked me, we got talking while we were working on Phantom about Bollywood and about this music. And then he started to listen to A.R. Rahman's music. And then I introduced A.R. Rahman's music to a lot of people from musical theatre and music in America and the UK. And a lot of them thought that A.R. Rahman's music was the best pop music or the pop sound they heard in the last 10 years. So now A.R. Rahman is doing the music for an Andrew Lloyd Webber and Shekhar Kapur show called Bombay Dreams, which is a story in English on West End and Broadway, except that it's based, the story is based in Bombay, in the slums and in the film business of Bombay. So, you know, these things will happen. It comes from this sudden surge of interest in Bollywood. But I keep telling a lot of my friends or colleagues in Bombay that they should start looking at creating the kind of films that they make for the international market. They should do that. There's no reason they can't. There's no reason that Kuch Kuch Hota Hai could not have been veered slightly and be made internationally acceptable.